Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. And on today's video we are going to be finally finishing Jungle Core. Now we have a lot to do today, so I can honestly just probably show you on the map. So the entire right, I guess the right top corner, those last two columns, we are going to be completing today. We have a lot of things to do, so we are going to be doing, well, one, a huge neighborhood style kind of build over here, and then we're also going to be adding a water feature. Okay, so what I was thinking I could do is, since this is already the third level, I can't really go up any higher because I can't build anything up there, so I'm gonna have to compensate for that somehow. And then how we did this land bridge to go to this build, we need to find a way to add the water feature here. And also down here, I didn't really notice this at first, but there is some other things we need to do. So this is probably going to be a lot of filler stuff here, but right in this area, this is just emptiness. So we need to fill this in with some trees and stuff just to make everything look a lot cleaner and, well, completed. Don't mind those purple flowers there, but I think it is doable. It's, I don't know, definitely a lot to overtake, but nothing too crazy. But the water feature here, I want this to look really cool. I want this to kind of be like, I don't know, kind of like a run down looking bridge. I feel like could look really cool. Don't mind my inventory, I have a lot of stuff on me right now, but I guess we could start off with that, kind of finding a way to make the water work with this. I like how it's already shaped. I know initially this was kind of like a hook, but I think we can play off of it somehow and make it look really good. So let me go ahead and destroy this rock here, and we can just kind of play around to see what will work, because I want this to kind of go down like a waterfall, and then the same thing over here, just to make it look a little bit more interesting and not just a humongous walkway, I guess, because over here is actually like the little island thing that you could, that every island has. A lot of times people put like a big lighthouse or something, but this one's itty bitty anyways, so it's not really going to matter what it looks like. And if you know me, I am absolutely terrible when it comes to water. That is one of the things I wanted to work on anyways. So really the only way to see what it's going to look like is just by doing it. So let's go ahead and start destroying some of these things. I'm going to start off just simply winging it and seeing what we come up with. We can make probably some, I don't know, random looking waterfall feature right here. It doesn't have to, I don't want it to flow together, if that makes sense. I want it to kind of be random, I guess. I don't want it to like match everything. So even something like this is cool to me, just because like right here I can put a flower. Why not? Just to fill in the area. I think it looks cool. Again, this is kind of gonna make it look a little bit more, I guess, not ruined, but like random. And I feel like that's what a jungle is a lot of randomness. I wonder if I can place anything right here. Yes, all right, cool. So you can already kind of see what I'm going for. And now it doesn't, I don't know if I want it to connect or not, is my big dilemma. I am trying to decide, or if all this just needs to be water. That might actually look cool, and it can help me kind of, I guess, do a little bit less, not terraforming, but decorating. So let's destroy around all of this area, and honestly too, it may look really cool, because what I could do is maybe add some like jumping platforms. I don't know, maybe like a really thin, narrow path. That might look kind of cool, but I don't know what this will look like, because I don't want it to be like, I don't know if it will look good like going around, because if I do it, it may make it look way too like jagged, I guess. again, I don't know. I'm gonna play around and see what I come up with, and hopefully come up with something good. So I guess you guys will see. So let's go ahead and try to work something out. Okay, so I think I made a decent shape. I want to know what it looks like on the map though. It doesn't really matter what it really looks like, but I think it is actually flowing really well with our little like hook, like water feature shape that we made, which I'm happy with. But what I want to do now is I don't want this to be easy to traverse, so I'm actually gonna fix that, and I want there to be kind of like just a jump, like I don't know, like a jumping feature, I guess. I don't know why I want that. I just think it will look cool. So I need to make it look good though, is the thing. And I think that is pretty cool. I like how that looks, and I like how it flows together, and it's random. That's the biggest thing I want with this, is I want it to be kind of random. So when you guys come over and look, or tour the island, whatever it may be, it can feel like that. I want it to be an adventure and make it seem like it's ever ending. That is the main concept I feel like is important with the jungle core aesthetic. Just making it look cool. And I want to add little weeds over everything, again for filler, but also I just think it looks really cool. I really like the glowing moss a lot. I think it adds a lot. And now there is a big open area here, and I want to kind of hide it just a little bit. And I did notice I have my very last tree here, so go ahead and plop that down, and hopefully I have my fences on me, which I do, thankfully. And again, these are going to help kind of hide it, mask a little bit of, well, a lot of filler stuff to kind of help me, I guess, finish this just a little bit faster. I know I am placing down a lot of like weed spam, but honestly, it looks really good, and I think it really does fill in the area really nicely. And just like that, this one area that I thought was going to be hard is completely filled in, and it's, I don't know, it really flows together, and it's definitely capturing that jungle aesthetic. I mean, look, I just feel like I'm just trapped somewhere. I don't know. There is this one area right here that I forgot to put a weed on. Actually, yes, big brain. I can maybe use this to get across. Are you? I can't use that. What? Well, oh, I don't know how I made that, but I have one flower left. Bam. Okay, cool. Now, can I make that? Wow. Okay, that is a big jump. All right. Now, anyways, now that this part is done, we can hop right on over, and we can actually go up here. I want to check it out from up here just to make sure everything looks good, because that is important. I don't want it to look crummy, especially from up here, and that is perfect. This is what I wanted to go for. It kind of gives it that depth, like perspection. I don't know, my words are everywhere right now. But now over here, this is another one that I wanted to work on. So this doesn't necessarily need to be anything special by any means, but we do have it, and I do want to use it. And I just want to do another simple like water feature around here to kind of help fill in the area just a little bit better, because I want this to be kind of a narrow bridge, even though it's large, but we can hopefully make it look like that. I just think it would be something else really cool to get over to here. I don't know, to make it look a little bit better. So again, let's see what we can come up with. And I think that is going to do it. It doesn't really need to be anything too crazy. But honestly, I really like what I just did. I kind of added this little part right here just to make it look, I don't know, a little bit cooler. I don't know, just to kind of add to it. But it's like a little pond area. I feel like it's really cute. And just on the sides, we can, again, just make it look overgrown. Just putting a lot of spam down of these weeds. And then on the edges here, I wanted to add a lot of vines, especially you'll be able to see it a lot more at this angle. So I feel like it's important to have those. So I just want to put those all along, just right around this like little pathing area I have here. And then, yeah, so that kind of wraps up that portion. I'm really pleased with that because at a down look, I mean, it's just like a little pond area and it just adds so much. It looks really cool. And honestly, I could probably even do maybe a little bit of something right here. Hopefully this is a fossil because I can just drop those around and make them look really good. There's actually a spot I forgot to do. You guys may have seen it on my other video where there was a big opening. I wouldn't say a big opening, but kind of a little one. I can show you guys really quick. It was right here. There just was nothing here. So I went ahead and just placed down some weeds and actually dropped a fossil. Just a cute little touch. I feel like it looks really good. Now, so over here, if I can climb up, there we go. This area here. Okay, so this is kind of where I am stuck. I need to create kind of like a village-like neighborhood, but I want it to be like kind of like how we have been doing where they're all on stilts, but this is the highest point they can go because if I build up one more, you can't place anything down. So I need to create kind of like I don't know how to say it, like a winding path, like village hut system to kind of cover up this area, and then having like decorations and stuff in between. Don't mind me, I'm just cleaning up in the meantime while I'm rambling on. And also too, another random topic, have you guys seen The Last of Us? I'm really late into watching the show because honestly my life is crazy and I'm always busy, but I have been binge watching that show. I have just got on to season 2 and I love that show. I've never played the game, but it is making me really even want to play the game. I definitely recommend it. If you guys have not seen it, definitely check it out. But anyways, enough of my random talking here. We need to create a neighborhood. So I guess we can see what I come up with. I already have a house here. Who is this? I don't really know who this is. Julia. Okay, so we can even go around Julia to see what we can create. And luckily for us, this can be a blessing or not. We already have a house here, so we can kind of, I guess, go around to see or build off of her house to see what we can do or where we can take it. So let's go ahead and start tunneling and see what we come up with. Okay, so I lied to you guys. I am not that good. I cannot just tunnel away and come up with something. So what I was thinking in exchange is maybe place down pathing first to kind of come up with a shape, because that's really going to help me, because if I don't do that, I don't think I can do that. So I am going to place down, I don't know really how to go about this. I guess that's one thing about doing all this live is you get to see my thought process on things, because honestly I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know if I should do pathing first or if I don't need to. Yeah, I don't really know. I guess maybe I should just stick what I'm doing and maybe gut around her house right now and see what we can come up with. I know that there's a wall already right there, and I'm going to unfortunately break through this. I don't know why I can't break right there. I guess it could be due to the house placement. Let me see if I can break this. You can't change. Oh, okay. I can't break down anything that has binds on it. So this is another thing. I mean, this is going to be a lot of building, like rebuilding things, because I already have the shape right here and it kind of molds around. So that's going to be really challenging to make that look good. But I want this to look really cool and different because I just had a random thought in my head about making a big, like, cohesive, like, I don't know, like land bridge type build. And I thought it would look really cool. So I really want to go with that. But it's definitely going to rack my brain around this because I can't break certain things. And I guess that's due to where, like, the housing mechanics of the game. But this is kind of what I'm going to look for. They're not going to have that much of a yard by any means, but I want it to look like this, and I want there to be different plots around. And honestly, I need one up here too, I think, because if not, I don't really know how else, because I have 4 houses total and we have a lot of land to build around. So yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see what I come up with. Hopefully it's something good. We'll see. Okay, so I think I got it covered. Kind of surprised myself here. Definitely a little wonky and probably makes 0 sense to a lot of people right now. But what I'm going to do now is start with the pathing. So the pathing will definitely help not only you guys, but also me kind of figure out how I am going to lay everything out. So what I did, initially I was going to make it 4, but after I was doing this, it looked like this was roughly about 2 spaces out. So I had to extend everything by 2, and I did that just to make sure that, you know, I didn't just do everything and it's not going to work. Because if that would have happened, that would have been absolutely awful. And yeah, definitely a lot of work. So I might as well not cut corners and do it the right way, and hopefully it works out. So now what I'm doing is just mapping everything together. Now the reason why I didn't just cut everything out kind of like a cookie cutter style and leave everything, I guess, like a line, like I guess if you see right here, just because it would look really weird, I guess, in my opinion. So I thought it would be better to leave just some like random, like already, like, I guess the terraforming how it is, kind of leave it like that, because then I can just place trees and other stuff around just to give the build itself a lot more interest and not leaving it just random, I guess. I feel like that overall will look better. Hopefully it pays off. I guess we will see, because I have no idea what exactly this is going to look like. Hopefully it looks good. I hope so, at least. Now, what I did too is also, this is going to be the pathing going towards this other mountain. So I need to make sure I actually line that up properly. It definitely will be very narrow. I'm going to make it, or at least try to make it best as my ability, line up very well with this, just because I think it will look really cool. Definitely be another, I don't know, like a cool feature for this island. But yeah, so now we are going to work on a lot of pathing, and then after that, I really don't know. I guess we can start off with planting down some trees, because I have no trees left at all. So I need the bamboo. Why am I blanking here? I guess, oh, the coconut trees, the palm trees. I need those. And the kind of vanilla trees that you see over in the distance there, because I'm gonna need a lot, and I don't have any currently. So yeah, that's a problem. So let's go ahead and get the pathing done, and then we can work on that. Okay, so I have gathered a lot of trees and different saplings that we are going to need to complete this. So let's go ahead and start. I am going to randomly scatter everything out, and hopefully everything grows in as it should. Sometimes things don't grow in, or says you can plant them, but turns out you really can't put anything there. So hopefully everything works out like it should. Now, I did go ahead and steal a lot of coconuts from different trees that have been scattered throughout the island, and also I managed to find a random two that were just kind of chilling on the beach somewhere. So I went ahead and took those up as well, because I want to use, honestly, a lot of these palm trees. I think they look really cool, and definitely really fitting for this island theme. I unfortunately don't think I could put anything over there, but yeah, I don't really need too many. I could be over exaggerating. I don't really need all the stuff that's in my inventory, but I want to get a baseline of just kind of like the trees and where everything needs to be planted, just to kind of help me out. Then we can time travel to see how everything looks, and hopefully everything looks good, and then we can fill everything in accordingly. But yeah, this is actually really cool. I did decide to kind of make this a winding path. I think it looks really cool and makes it feel a lot more narrow, which it was definitely lacking, I feel like, because I didn't want it just to be like a straight bridge. I feel like that would have been just kind of boring, and a lot more things I needed to fill in. So this way, I feel like it is the easier route, I feel like, and I feel like it'll be the better outcome. And luckily for me, when I had a bamboo farm, I was able to dig up a lot of these shoots. So I've already had them, which was really nice, because collecting it, like regularly can be a pain in the butt. And I'm glad that I already had them, because I did go back and forth to like different islands to get them originally, which was really handy. If you guys definitely need bamboo or just regular trees, it is actually really easy to use tickets to find them, I feel like. And this other house right here, I don't really know where I'm gonna put it at just yet, so I might eventually move the trees that I'm planting, but we'll cross it when we get there. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal, but I think I am going to also decorate that one area at the very bottom, because I feel like if I go ahead and plant trees there, it'll be a lot easier to fill in later. At least that's what I think. Hopefully. And down here, oh, also this right here where I'm crossing this little path, it is so cool. I really love how I was I placed down all these vines around it, kind of made it look like it was being like swallowed by vines. I think it looks really cool. And I think this will do for this area. Now I guess we could go ahead, since I actually have a lot more than I thought. This area is really bare, so let's go ahead and add some trees down here too. It definitely will not hurt anything. Again, I need to fill in everything that I see, so let's go ahead and start planting a lot of trees, and then we can time travel, and hopefully everything looks a lot better. Okay, so 5 days later, everything has grown in fully like it should, and I thought so. So there's just two palm trees actually, that decided not to grow in, but for the most part, everything seemed to grow in just fine. Here is another fossil I will happily take. So now what we need to do is honestly start decorating around, filling stuff in before we move any of the villagers in. I like to do that first, because, well, it's the filler stuff, it's the more boring stuff that we need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it looks like we already have a lot of bamboo shoots growing as well, which is always nice. But yeah, let me grab a few things and we will get started. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed a lot of things that I'm going to be using to help fill in, well, really everything. And look at Gladys. She is super cute. Definitely an underrated villager in my opinion. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start filling in literally everything along this and probably down there too. I grabbed a few goodies that I feel like are definitely going to help fill in some stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And now that we have, well, I guess completely finished up that area over there and all the filler stuff we need to get done, now we need to move all, I believe three of the remaining villagers over, and I believe it's Roswell, aka Seminole Alligator, and we have Tangy and Dizzy, I want to say. But first, I need to get some money. But yeah, so let's go ahead and move some villagers over and start decorating their house. Okay, so now that we have them all finally moved over, we can start decorating finally the exciting portion. So what I want to do is, like I've done for all the other ones, is they're going to be on basically like a bamboo platform, and I'm going to do this all the way throughout. Now, I believe it's Roswell that got the lucky, I guess like the shorter, the longer stick, I guess, because he has a bigger plot over there. But I'm sure we can find a way to make everything look really cool. Excuse me, Gladys. And then I also went ahead off camera and made a lot of items. So in my inventory here, got a decent amount of things that I can use to kind of, well, you know, fill out the area. And I think it's going to look really cool. I got something pretty interesting. I want to see how it looks. It may not look the best, but we'll see what it looks like. But let's go ahead and fill in all the areas with some pathing, and then we can get starting on the decorating. And now that we got all that done, which looks really cool, definitely adds really a lot to the house. I feel like it makes everything look a lot more complete. But right here, I wanted to see if I can place, I made a ruined arch, and I think it will look really good. And just place it down a little bit more. Gives this a little bit more interest, I feel like. And then over here, just to fill in this area a little bit better, I did have some of these, like, I've been using them everywhere. It's like I don't think they're called the stops. They might be like, partition. So just a partition, just to kind of cover it up just a little bit. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, just to make it look a little bit cleaner. Now, I do believe I made two. If not, that is awkward. And then typical me fashion, can't find anything. Perfect. Not that way. I wonder if I could press it down and turn it. Nope. Wait, maybe like this. You gotta love Animal Crossing mechanics. You would think it would just kind of go right there, but I don't know why it changed direction. But anyways, we need to do the remaining portion of all these houses, and then honestly, I think that we're done. I'm trying to decide if I need to do anything else, but I honestly am really happy and pleased with how everything has turned out so far. Uh, I honestly don't know what to say. Definitely, Jungle Core has been really fun, but I don't know. I am ready to move on to other things. Definitely different island styles. It's always refreshing, starting something new. A little bit nerve-wracking, but it's always fun. At least in my opinion, it is. Now, I want to add, not the stop. Where is, you know what? Why not? Let's put a butterfly model right there. And then he needs at least a little seat somewhere. Just to help fill it in a little bit better. Oh wow, I didn't think I could actually push it in that far. And then again, to help fill in the area, I like these bamboo stools. It just makes it look like a little table. It's just cute. And then on the side of his house, I could probably add one more thing. I don't want to overdo it, but I don't want to not give him enough items, I guess. Let me see. Save that. You know what? Take a stool. Okay, cool. And that filled in very nicely. Because I like it to where there's just enough, but I don't want to overfill it because then you're not really able to walk around there or the villagers, so it just doesn't look that good to me. Now, poor Gladys over here does not have a lot of room at all, so I'm going to pick up just a weed and I'm going to give her one of these cool chairs. I don't think she'll actually be able to get to it, but you know what? It's okay. And then over here, I'm going to give her my one and only, let's see, deer scare left, because they're really cool. And plus, oh, actually, she'll be able to get to it. Okay, cool. Well, I don't feel too bad now. Sorry about that, Gladys. And now on this side, I have a lot of this, still a lot of this ruined stuff I want to use to kind of fill in the rest. And then also, where this is at, I think fencing can look really cool. Just a nice little add to like the house itself. And it helps fill in everything a lot better, in my opinion. Kind of breaks up everything, I guess. And then it kind of forces it to feel like a house. I don't think I could place one right there. Well, because of Animal Crossing, it won't let you do certain things, which is still kind of weird. And then I am going to add a little lamp right in front of Miss Tangy's house. And then I wonder if I could put a chair right here. Might be kind of a weird placement, but I feel like she at least needs something. You know what? I wonder if it would look better over here. Yeah, I'm cool with that. And then down here, I believe this is Dizzy. I could be wrong. Yeah. So we can do kind of the same concept over here. Now, I got a lot of this ruined stuff because I feel like it will give it some height and something else to look at, just to make it look a little bit different. And we can do the same thing for Dizzy, just kind of fencing everything off, again making it feel like a nice cozy home. I had no idea what my character was doing right there. And then I wonder, and to make it a little bit different over here, if I can make it to where it's like a little like sitting area, if that makes sense. I want to see if I have, do I have another bamboo stool? I do. Nice. So we can place this down over here. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna say there should be enough room. So this can be his little table, and we can put down a lunchbox and then a chair, so when he comes out he can have somewhere to eat. Something simple and cute. And then I think I might, yes, I have one more lamp, and I could put this right in front. Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, that was pretty easy. Now I want to go grab I think, some leaves really quick and then place them around everywhere. And yeah, that should be it. So give me just a moment. Okay, so I went ahead and crafted quite a bit of these leaf piles. I just want to place them randomly throughout. Again, it just helps to add a lot, and where this is a jungle, why not? There could be leaf litter kind of everywhere. It doesn't have to be any rhyme or reason for it. And plus, I think it adds so much. It looks really cool too. I like when you run through it. I'm sure everyone else likes that feature too. So we're going to place these all throughout, and I want them to kind of approach on the villager houses too. It just gives it something else to look at. I just think it looks really cool. And then we can hop over here, and then we can place one more thing right around Roswell's house. And I tell you what, I wonder if I could put it right here. Sweet. Okay, cool. All right, well, let's wrap things up and do our final walkthrough and our last build on our jungle core island. And that is going to wrap up our final jungle core episode. Now I will probably be releasing a full tour on our next video, so you guys don't want to miss out on that. I just want to thank everyone for, first of all, welcoming me back, and then also staying along and watching this whole journey. Definitely really thankful for everyone that has stayed. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video, and any future ideas, please leave a comment below. I have definitely taken note. Someone has actually left me a really good idea recently, and well, I might actually do that. And then also, I've had a few good ones. So thank you for everyone that has been reaching out to me in the comments. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy today's video, don't want to miss out on any more Animal Crossing content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, till next time.